record it. So we'll be all right.
That's cool.
Let me get our sponsor thing going. All right. I'm glad we got that straight out. I never had to go back and delete a broadcast, so I wasn't sure. I accidentally tagged this thing on my personal Facebook and YouTube instead of the daggone CrappieKast page. And I don't know why it even lets me, but I guess because since it's a prioritizer. Anyway, we're live, folks. How y'all doing? Jess, Brett, Chad Gillis.
We were kind of jumping through hoops there for a second.
Yeah, we was. I looked up, guys, and I had posted this on my personal page, and I was like, well, it don't matter, but I wanted to be on CrappieKast page. Everybody's expecting it on there. So anyway, we're good. We're here. Everybody looks like everybody's tuned in and watching. Thank goodness. So, Scott Sales is on YouTube, and Bill Lawley's on Facebook. So is Jess. So I guess everything's good. So we're getting some storms up here right now. What about you, John?
No, I mean, it's clouded up. Jessica's got work calls she got to take right quick. But of course. We've got some rain a little bit, but nothing real big.
Yeah. I was expecting some today. I went to Selma to visit the job site, and man, we got a 600-ton crane down there, John. The biggest crane I've ever seen.
Oh, wow.
And he said it'll pick up 800 tons. I mean, that is a monster. I'll share some pictures of it on my personal page when I get started work tomorrow night. But that is a monster crane. Right on the Alabama River. I mean, I could spit and land in the river where we're sitting. So
must be a heavy extended lift.
It is a big reach. Well, we were supposed to get a 300 something, but they didn't have it. And then this one came in. So Corey Noob is tuned in. Old Byron Weiss is tuned in. We got a few people bouncing in here, man, on this rain. It's raining up my way of McCall, Alabama. So John said it's just been cloudy down by his way. So.
Yeah, I mean, we got a sprinkler too, but it clouded up earlier, and I was putting the camouflage boat back in the water, and my buddy was coming back around to take me to my truck at the ramp, and I said, man, we got to hurry up. It's about to get bad, and it never did. I mean, it looked bad on the radar, but it never got bad.
Oh yeah. I was watching the weather. I think we got a chance of rain Saturday, don't we, John? I know up here we do.
We have a chance
all
weekend. I mean, it's showing a chance all weekend, but I hope it doesn't.
It's 90%. It's 90% here, up here where I'm at Saturday. 60 tomorrow. So
I was saying
69 tonight.
Weather out. I told him it was showing that we might have weather all weekend, but I don't know how serious it is. Her phone's so screwy. She's got apps and within apps and Saturday and Sunday. Shit. Saturday saying 90% here. So.
Yeah, it's 90% here. We must be having a bunch of rain coming.
I hope that changed.
Hopefully it don't rain a bunch and mess the water back up. I don't mind some, but
we've got enough rain that the corn right here looks really good. Cornfields coming into the house that are looking good.
Yeah, that's got to go in. That's got to be head high by the 4th of July. Ain't that what they say?
I guess.
That's what they used to, that old timer used to tell me all the time. Head high by the 4th of July.
Almost pick up John's wallet. Yeah, right.
That big crane. Oh, Bill Lolly said, yeah, there used to be a big one when they done the tube work on the boilers. That's right. They get them big ones. This is the biggest crane. I'm telling you, it is a monster. It took 8 semis to bring it in, John.
Oh my,
that's crazy. There's 8 semi trucks. I was like,
we're gonna have a special guest on here in a little bit.
Yeah. You gonna talk about his
the professional. Yeah, the professional
limb
limb
liner.
liner.
Yes, I seen him rodeoing one. Was that this morning, John? Or yeah, it was this morning.
That was this morning.
Yeah,
he was rodeoing one. Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Oh goodness.
Yeah, we have a professional 10-year-old limb liner here in a little bit.
Yeah.
It's been fun. We'll get him to talk about it, but
yeah,
it's been exciting.
Especially when you get to eat them whole flatheads and stuff. Boy, they're gonna be good.
Oh yeah.
You gotta drag him out of the bed every morning for school, and then this whole week, 5:30, he's never
I was like, I seen him. I was like, he must be out of school, but he's been going. Hey, he's been getting fired up
Before school. Yep.
Oh yeah. Hey, nothing wrong with that. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. I guess we're trying to think this weekend. I fished Demopolis this weekend. It was flooded water. I guess we kept probably 40-something fish in 2 days, and I worked my tail off to catch them. They scattered out everywhere. Just water was 6 foot high. Just that river. It amazes me how those crappie down there just spread out. And then I got to go yesterday evening late, started catching some. We caught my limit yesterday in a couple hours. Just, there's 4 or 5 fish on each stump. And it's a total different world when that water goes back down. So.
I wonder how many times it's going to tell us that Byron Wise is watching.
I don't know. I see it just once.
Yeah. Oh, no.
No, are you talking about topping up this thing? This thing, man, they update this StreamYard app, y'all, all the time. Every time I get on here, there's something new on here, which, hey, that's fine. I like this StreamYard. It's real easy to run. We can have up to 10 people on here, too. So.
We got Mitch Blunt and Byron Wise on here. They both fished I think it was the Peach State Classic last week.
Yeah, they did. That late topping, they sure did.
Yeah, Byron got third. Mitch was right there in the hunt, a little bit below Byron. I can't remember who won, but looked like they had a fun time, a good event down there, and they had some pretty good weights. I think the weights were a little heavier than what they expected.
Yeah, it was 1250, I think, 1230, 1250, 12 something.
Yeah.
They had some weights. I think a 250 something was big fish. So, YouTube not up. There's people. Scott Seals is tuning in on YouTube. Danny's saying YouTube not up. It's up. Should be. Danny. Oh, Bud Williamson's on here. I ain't seen him in a minute. Hope you're doing. You keep saying no YouTube tonight. I wonder why that's checked off. I don't know why it's not giving you a YouTube thing.
Might have been. We had a little trouble.
I had to delete the other broadcasts I created, guys. I tagged my personal Facebook on it, but I know Scott Seals is working. He's watching on YouTube, so something's up. I don't know. I'll probably fumble and drop the ball on something. Yeah, Scott Seals is watching, so. Yeah, Wade Cole said he's on. Wade said he's on YouTube right there.
Thank you.
Anyway, we'll get it going. So when's the flathead specialist? He gonna come in? When's he coming in?
Oh, you talking about the professional limb liner?
Professional limb liner. When's he coming?
Yeah, the professional South Alabama limb liner will be in shortly. He is probably doing his hair in there or something.
He's probably getting it. That's right. There it is. Brian said 12, 1259, 1211, 1165, 235 big fish. There it is. That's results from the Peach State Spring Classic on Lake Talcott in Quincy, Florida. Man, it's flooding outside. Woo, I hear it. I'm washing my boat off out there, John. I tell you, John, I had to tighten up everything on my boat, my trolling motor, my all my mounts where they just been getting the crap beat out of them. And you fall and all this weather, you don't realize you gotta every now and then you gotta tighten some of that stuff up,
Absolutely. It's kind of like checking all your props on your trolling motor and your big motor for fishing line. Certain things like that you have to, look at periodically, and if you don't, it could cost you a lot of money.
It does, I didn't realize mine. I've got nylon nuts on my live coat mount, and I'm telling you that thing was loose. I'm telling you, I couldn't believe it. I seen it kind of rock a little bit, and I was like, something isn't right. And I got up there and tightened it all up, and tightened my trolling motor up because it takes a beating. But
we all know how good you are at preventative maintenance.
Yes, yeah. Oh yeah. I haven't really thought about it until I seen that thing rocking, John. I'll be honest with you. I'm like, man, I need to tighten it up. I haven't. It's been 2 years since I touched it. So, but I just seen it just rock just a little bit, and I'm like, well, that's not good. One side was tight, one side was loose. So. But I guess every little while, I guess when I change my oil, I do that every 6 months and change everything. I'm just going to start going over that too.
So. Well, talk about your fishing experience this weekend. How'd that go?
Well, my cousin came in from Atlanta, Jen and Philip. They came in, her boyfriend, and I told them the water was going to be high, and they were hell bent on coming. I said, well, we're going to go have a good time, and we put in and went to an area, and I'll be honest with you, John, the water was super muddy. We had to put it on their nose to make them even initiate the bait. Caught them, went in a bunch of creeks, went in a bunch of high water. Just fish were just scattered. And down there, when that water shoots up 4 or 6 foot, them fish just cool. And you might have a pair every now and then, and you run into a bunch of little 8-inch turds. They're everywhere. I mean, you can catch. We probably caught 50 of them little things, and had to really fish hard. Sunday was a better day, but we ate, drank some beer, had a good time this weekend. They enjoyed it, and then I got to go yesterday evening. Like I said, late yesterday evening, I went down because I came back from the paper mill, and the fish were at 4 or 5 on a stump, right back to normal. I mean, the water went down 4 feet, and they were just right. I don't know how they do it, but they go right back to where they're supposed to be. And I caught 30 fish, in 2 hours. So, but it was a kind of a, just a hit and miss thing. I expected it to be that result, and that's what I got. But I mean, it's just, hell, everybody at the launch, when I started cleaning them fish, they were like, you caught all them in this high water? I was like, yeah, but you don't realize I had to cover some water and hit a bunch of stumps and brush piles, to get what we caught. So,
Kari said that the video's distorted. I don't know if somebody else could comment on that.
Let's see.
Kari sent me a text, said that.
I don't know. I don't know why it would be, but it may be because of the storm here. I don't know. Maybe. That shouldn't have nothing to do with my internet, though.
Oh, it says that Jessica and I are distorted, that you're clear. I don't know. If anybody
I see you being fuzzy. Go out and come back in, John. I'll add you back in.
All right.
You're a little fuzzy. I do see that.
Well, you keep blinking on mine. I don't know. I'll go out and come back in.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll put him back in, guys. We'll try to get as best as we can with this old mess. Hey, are you clear now? You
Okay.
was for a second.
It's telling me that just yours, John. If I hit end, it's going. Let me see if I can just leave.
I can exit you out of there if you want me to. You want me to?
Wish you could just. If I hit end, it says end stream. I hope it don't mess everything.
I can remove you from stage and I'll add you back. It's still kind of distorted though. It's kind of weird.
All right, hey, take me away for a moment. I want to make sure all my internet's good. Give me about 30 seconds.
All right, I got you. I can run my mouth, guys. I appreciate y'all telling us. We don't want to have a crappy show. Let's see. Let's see if we can go on CrappieKast What did Rob say? CrappieKast guys made a pretty decent showing. That's right. Appreciate you, buddy. Bill Valentine, what's he saying? Just bought a live scope bundle. I got the 1022. What kind of issues am I going to have to install? Man, that's an easy install, buddy. Just make sure you run heavy enough wire. It depends on how far you're going with it. If you're going for the back of the boat, you're going to have to use some heavier wire. But if you're going a short distance, man, 10 gauge wire. Make sure you, heat shrink everything. Make sure your connections are good because you sure don't want to be going back with that, Bill. It's not a big deal installing it at all. You got to have, power to your black box, power to your unit itself, and then your transducer's going to go back. Transducer's got a pretty big plug on it, so you'll have a good time feeding that through there. But that's it. I mean, you got power going to the black box, power going to your live scope. Which the power going to the live scope, it don't have to be that big a gauge of wire. But you're not going to have any issue. If you do, reach out to me or John, Bill, we'll help you. It's not, I can do it. You can do it. I promise you. It's not a big deal at all. Let's see what Chad's saying. Went to Weiss last Saturday, caught some pretty good fish. Had to work hard for them. Yeah, that's what I had to do in Demopolis, man. I seen where Shiloh had a tougher time on Weiss today. He's been killing them at Guntersville. Shiloh has been smoking them, and they went to Weiss today. So fish were like yo-yos during the turn for me, up and down all day long. Yeah, at Talcon, I guarantee you, you run into that. They hadn't settled down yet. They're still a little shaky from the spawn. They'll about middle of May, they'll get settled down pretty good. Went from catching 30 packs 2 weeks ago to being lucky to catch a 12 pack now. What's going on with the fish? I don't know where you're fishing at, man, but they haven't got stuck in their summer patterns yet in a lot of places around here, especially. Just they'll get to their stress from being on spawning, being on bed, and man, they get an attitude, up and down water. A lot of stuff affecting them right now, but it's just one of those things that they get in the summer pattern run, and then when they get in that summer pattern, that's when it's time to go, man. Like when I fished Demopolis, man, late May and June is when I start going back to it. So there he is. Oh yeah, you clear as a bell now.
Yeah, we had some connectivity issues.
That's fine. He's back, clear as a bell. Thank you, Corey. You ready to go now?
Yeah, we're good now. No, what we were talking about earlier is we're gonna have the little limb line man on here shortly.
That's right.
Mr. South Alabama limb line. Smack talker. The creek man.
Y'all didn't look on John and Jessica's Facebook page this morning. It was early. I was just getting started, and old Creek was wrestling on one. What was that, a 5, 6, 7 pounder? What was it? I don't know what it was.
No.
Was it bigger than that? I just seen the flash of it.
That one he couldn't get. He'll get a 7 pounder, an 8 pounder. He'll throw them in the boat or slide them, pull them.
I just seen it flop. I didn't look and see how big it was.
Probably 20.
Oh, it was bigger than what I thought. Then heck, I don't know if I watched the same one.
Yeah, we had another one earlier this week. It's pushing 30, and he let it go. He didn't want any of it. So
I tell you, John, I feel for him. I've grabbed those jugs fishing with Scott and them, and I grabbed that jug. And if you ain't got that net up under, that fish is gonna get down, buddy. You better let go of that jug. I mean, them things have some power. But I answered questions. Nothing crazy. Yeah, Tommy said Creek's been beating on them catfish. That's exactly right. Corey said they've been on brush, heavy on brush last weekend on Oconee. We were talking about, Ryan was talking about he was catching 30 and, 40 fish, and now he's only catching a dozen. I said, it depends on where he is. They really hadn't settled in the summer pattern because the water's high and it's been ugly around here. So.
They're starting to move to some brush down South Alabama.
Yeah, they're getting – you're usually what, John? I mean, 2 weeks maybe ahead of everything, kind of, sort of.
Yeah. Like our brim and stuff, like I talked to Shiloh, our brim had been on bed up there at Guntersville. He's in extreme north part of the state. They're about to go into it, and we've already went through one cycle of it. So that lets you know what 4.5, 5 hours difference makes, in a fish lifetime. Uh, we had a great trip down in Florida this past weekend.
Oh yeah, y'all smashed.
Yeah, the first day I was down there, just looking around for fish, I whooped on limit like super quick, and
Yeah.
And then, and went back the next day, and some people fished with me, and the bite wasn't as good. And I talked to somebody else there, it was the same thing. But then we went back the day after that, and the bite was on fire. It's just
Crazy.
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 They're very sensitive this time of year, but fish are moving back to the wood there. But here, most of our fish are scattered.
Yeah.
So
You said,
that's fine. You just gotta be more precise with your cast.
That's what I was explaining to Philip when that water was muddy, John, and I had to walk that bait to that fish. I said, "Look, man, it's going to be hard for you first time you seen a live scope to walk that bait right on top of that fish. I mean, unless we get close to him, and then try to get the fish initiated. It takes some practice. By a couple hours in the trip, he was catching fish, but when you really got to put it on them, like you said, it's got to be accurate, and that's something you learn over time. So. What's Danny saying? Bring Creek Man Memorial Weekend. I'll put him on some big flathead noodling.
I don't know if he's ready for that yet. He's too little. He's not a very big 10-year-old.
No, he'll catch. Like I said, them things. Woo.
He's tough enough to do it though. The little rascal's tough. But yeah, just throwing that out there, talking about the CrappieKast get together. It's going to be on Wise Lake Memorial Day weekend.
We got long.
We don't have long at all.
So we got.
We're in May.
Yeah,
22 days. 22. Yeah, the 24th. That's it. 24th, 25th.
All right, Bay Springs Marina. I think Byron Wise is coming. I've talked to several people that are coming. I don't know how the lodging is right now as far as availability at Bay Springs. I think that the last I heard, she was booked up. But we're going to have a big time. Got one of our good friends. He's going to be cooking. I think William White's going to try to cook some breakfast for everybody. We're going to fry.
I got some hot deer sausage. I dug in there from the deer. I said, man, I need to start cooking that.
Yeah.
I got some now. I was moving some fish around in the other freezer, and I was like, man, I got all that deer meat from this fall. I've been digging it out of there. Need to cook it.
Shane, I haven't even talked to you about this, and I was supposed to send you a picture. We always talk about Andalusia Marine, and
yes,
I was in there today. I said, why don't we start spotlighting a boat every week, and Shane could put it in the slide deck,
yeah.
And I guess we'll talk about the one that they've got there now. And
yeah.
I was supposed to send you the picture, and I didn't. It was my fault.
You can send it to me. You can send it to me now if you want to. I'll put it on here.
Well, we're doing this on my phone, so it
gotcha. Yeah.
But I got practically a brand new Express X19 has 3 hours on it. You would have to finish the break-in on the motor.
3 hours.
Oh, yes. And sometimes those boats are hard to find with that 200 on them, the X19 model.
That's what you used to run. So
that's the boat Jessica and I had before we got the boat now.
Yeah.
And the thing's got the upgraded trailer package. It's a very nice boat. So if that's something you're thinking about buying, basically, you get this boat, save you a little bit, and it's got a lot of upgrades to it. But call Andalusia Marine and talk to them about it. I looked at it today. It's a shark boat.
What color is it, John?
It's black and silver.
Oh yeah, that's a good looking boat. That's what Neil ordered. Neil ordered that black and silver.
Yeah, it's got the upgraded trailer package, so it's got the bigger tires and the nicer trailer. It's sharp. It's an eye catcher.
Oh yeah, that's a good boat. Andalusia, I'm sure they got a pretty good deal on it. And all all the maintenance and everything. You can't deal with better people. So
That's true.
that's the way. I mean, that's a fact. So
Yeah. Well, I guess Jessica and I go a little bit into how we were catching fish.
yeah. So I know you went down early and you kind of scouted for your trip.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
We got in the, really like we always do. We got in the timber. We're throwing a 16th ounce jig.
I was shooting around creek.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Having all three of them.
Creek is on point up there like a bird dog, isn't he?
Golly.
He would like get right in front of me and stand.
Yes.
He wasn't standing in the middle of the stomach. He was standing right directly in front of me.
He's trying to block her from casting, I think, honestly.
I do think he is.
And but anyway, it's a lot of fun, but it's just real hectic for somebody to run the trolling motor trying to deal with two that are like slinging jigs every 2 seconds. So, but Creek, come here, bud. Let's talk about this catfishing.
Yeah, get him on there. We're about halfway done anyway. We need to get him on here.
We'll let him sit right here in the middle.
Old Creek. We're gonna go over some limb lining.
Hey, the South Alabama professional limb liner right
Limb
here.
liner.
You want to sit up on your knees.
You got to get over your knees, Creek.
Yeah. There we go.
Boy, I can see you good now. There you go.
All right, Creek. Everybody needs you to talk loud and tell them a little bit about how we do the limb lines.
Basically,
Talk real loud.
we use
What? He's getting staged probably a little bit.
Oh no, I like you talking to me, Creek. What'd you use for bait, buddy? What'd y'all put out?
Bluegill.
bluegill.
Bluegill, some smaller bluegill.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
I'll start off. All right, so we go around and we find the right limbs hanging off the bank, and what does Daddy do from there?
What do you do?
Hang the string.
Oh
And
yeah, hang
look? What's your favorite part of it?
them in.
Pulling them in.
He likes to pull them in. I seen
What
your
about-
rodeo one.
He's got glasses and he keeps forgetting to take his glasses. I say, you see the tree over there jumping? He's like, no, I don't have my glasses. I'm like, well, in the morning we got to bring the glasses. So
And they saw a snake. They said one day this week and he couldn't see the snake.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
he didn't have his glasses on. So
I appreciate you coming here and talking about. So y'all, how many catfish y'all caught this week, Creek? Y'all caught a good bit. Didn't
Like the first day we caught 3,
you? Yeah.
and then the second day we caught 0.
0. So
Like
got
a-
skunk. Yeah.
The third day we caught
Today.
2.
Today.
Today we caught 2, and then this afternoon we got nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. You been getting up at 5:30 in the morning? Is that what they told me?
Maybe.
No, tell them about before school.
Before school we go look at the lawns.
There you go. You check them. You're gonna enjoy eating them things, ain't you?
You gonna eat some tomorrow night?
Yes, sir.
Well, if we don't go to a crawfish bowl, somebody's supposed to be getting crawfish.
There you go. You like crawfish, Creek?
I never had it.
He's just starting to try
It's
things.
just starting to try a thing. I understand. Hey,
So right now we're a hamburger eater.
I understand. I know he started getting a little increased appetite. He's been eating all kinds of stuff.
Tell them how you decided you want to eat a hamburger.
I tried. So one day I had like a dream that I liked like a Whopper, and then I decided to try a hamburger instead. It was good.
I've been dreaming about Whoppers too since I've been on this diet, Creek.
He had a dream about a Whopper, and then now he likes them. So
Hey, I've been dreaming about Whoppers too on this stupid diet I'm on. I guarantee you.
oh, run back in there and play. We're gonna finish this.
Appreciate you telling us about it, Creek. Well, everybody's watching you do it, so we'll be keeping up with you. Thank you, buddy.
Move on.
It's funny.
Oh man, it's as much as he's been talking lately. I'm
Oh
shocked.
my God.
He got
Like,
clammed up on us.
I didn't know.
Shocked.
Man, if I was telling you, but the first time I done one of these with Big Daddy 4 or 5 years ago, John, I was like, and then I just, heck, you just act like he's speaking to him. He don't know. he really thinks he's on TV. I mean, if you really, you kind of are in a sense. So what bait was y'all catching? You said 16th and down there in Seminole. What color? I know you posted y'all was catching them on candy corn, wasn't you?
Yeah, we caught them on candy corn and some monkey milk too, of course. But
they really like that bait down there.
But the biggest thing was just presentation down there, and heck, the cadence of the travel, and we caught some fish on shallower stuff, and it seemed like those on shallower stuff, they had a little bit better tolerance for doing stuff wrong, I guess.
I understand. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Well, yesterday I couldn't even get them fish to even move unless I walked it really on them. I mean, couldn't even get them to look at my bait yesterday.
Man, around here, the first, I guess, bedding season for the shell cracker and stuff. I know I talked about this.
Yeah,
the guys did really good, and I don't know how it's going to be after this, but the bluegill bite hasn't really like kicked off as strong, but the shell cracker, they did really good on the shell cracker.
Yeah, I ain't kept up with anybody brim fishing up here yet. I haven't seen a lot of pictures. I see where they've been catching some Grenada. Is that where I see Grenada charters catching them out there on Grenada?
I don't know.
I see them posting brim and shell cracker, along with crappie. Of course, Eric's been smashing fish. Everybody's Trent Gross and them. They're still catching fish all out in Mississippi. Patrick Stone is. I know Shallow's been smashing the gunners from what I seen today. Like I said earlier, he had a little slower day at Weiss. He said he had to work for him today. So
I'm shocked he went back to Weiss after he'd been killing them up there at Gunner.
I know. I guess that person just wanted to go because he posted a good looking video. I don't know if you've seen it on his page where he was side scanning stumps. And man, it's that GT56 with that 455 megahertz. It's just, you can see it like popcorn on there. I should have. As a matter of fact, I may go get the picture off his page and post it on here because it was like.
Well, I think there's a even later transducer out than the one he's got. There's a 2 that's come out. That's the one I've been talking about. But I mean, his picture's great. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, it is. Let's see if I can. Let's see.
I talked to Chad today, Clifton at Power Break.
Oh, yeah, did you?
Yeah, they're doing great, man. The business is doing well. He's staying busy, so. Sorry about that. If you're in the hunt right now, rear trolling motors, get in contact with Chad Clifton there at Power Breaks. He is turning them out.
Oh yeah, hey man, when I done that show with him, dude, he was wide open. I'm gonna get this picture now. Let's try to put it on here. It's a cool picture. Yeah, Chad and them can't, man. They're updating since they updated everything and the stainless steel shaft and everything. They're coming back big time. Let's see if I can add this thing. I want to add this picture and you can kind of explain. It looks good. I know that. I meant to put it on here earlier.
I might start sending you some pictures again so we can add them to the show.
Yeah, we'll have some stuff to talk about. That's right. When you see neat stuff, you can see it right here. Look at there, John.
Oh yeah.
It looks like popcorn on that stuff right there.
So, for people that don't realize what that is, I mean, there's a lot of people that know what that is, but you've got a stump, and in that particular stump, you can look at the how long the shadow is of it. It comes up a little bit higher than the other stumps around it, and those white dots looked like kind of like popcorn around it. That's fish on it. So the length of the shadow off the white dot at the bottom, that shows you this is a taller stone. And then as the year goes on, like in the summer and fish get set up and they really start getting stacked on that stuff, you'll see those white dots, and there'll be a pile of like dark shadows back behind the white dots, and that's the fish where they're stacked up on it. In this case, it looks like there might be, I don't know, 8 or 10 stacked, 10, 12, somewhere in there stacked up on this.
Oh, yeah. He said he was in the post. He was like 30, 45 minutes. He just idles, marking all this stuff, as they're going. And that's why they've been catching, he said they had a limit of 60 yesterday. 2 guys did. He just said he ain't just going out there whacking on them. He's having to cover some water. So that's what he was saying in the, I'm deleting a bunch of old stuff on here. Some old pictures. We can put some new ones. You start sharing. I know you shared that sweet gum on your page, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I said it was a double stack, and it was
double
actually
stack.
Sweet gums I put on top of each other, and you could really see them good on the down imaging. There wasn't any fish on it, but it just was a cool image because you could actually see the 2 sweet gums stacked on top of each other. Yeah,
I remember seeing that. Yeah, because you get more and more, and the cool thing is the more fish are on a brush pile, the better you can see it. So, and we're fixing to get into that time of year, where you can start seeing more. Because you said down there you are, they're 1s and 2s and pairs and spread out.
They are right now. I think if we can keep this warm weather up and not have like a blowout rain, they'll go to the brush here in the next couple of weeks.
There you go. They did John, did you watch that video I sent you where that guy changed to night colors, his background?
I did. I saw that. I mean, it was cool to look at, but I mean, I'm happy with what I'm seeing right now. I'm not trying to.
I have to share that. I was like, that is interesting though.
So what Shane's talking about, he sent me a video, and this guy, a professional angler, he went into his color modes, which is in the first power. When you bring up, your graph, it's in the very first screen you can go to. And he put it on nighttime mode, and he had kind of I guess it was like a grayed out background, and it made stuff really pop. But if you fish for something a long time, it might mess you up, I don't know.
Just a change in the color will mess you up.
Yeah, it will.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it may help somebody new, John, because me and you can distinguish our bait from wherever. But, I just wanted, because it blacked it out. It blacked it out. See, everything was bright, so the whole screen was blacked out.
It was.
The water. So I don't know. I'll just share it on this page and see what you guys think about it. It was interesting.
I mean, I'll definitely play with it just to see, But
oh yeah, it may not be worth the crap. But I started using that black emerald, because you could size fish better instead of that blue, because the blue gets so distorted on the edges. You brought that point to me, so did Eric. Say, hey man, that blue is cool for catching fish, but when you get to sizing fish, it's kind of distorted. So
I tell you, all right, I guess we're about to go down a rabbit hole here.
Go ahead. I'm gonna go. I gotta get rid of some of this water.
So I took a guy's boat out that had a LVS 32 last week, and there's people that still want to use let's talk about what that is first for people who don't know. The LVS 32 is the older Garmin transducer, and you got the LVS 34, which a lot of people are using now. Well, there's one of the best fishermen there is Hayden Jeffries, and he prefers using the LVS 32 when he tournament fishes. And there's always been a big discussion behind why he wanted to stick with that LVS 32. Well, last week I took the LVS 32 out on somebody else's boat and was playing with it, and I was like, that fish looks that big, that fish looks that big. Well, what I noticed, as far as sizing fish with that LVS 32, it's easier to size fish. So here's the problem I have with LVS 34. I see a fish, and I go up to it, and the closer I get to it, the size might change or it might be the same. Like Jessica and I've said it 100 times before. Like, man, that fish looks like a good sized fish, and then we catch him, and he's not really that good size.
I run into that a lot too.
So I think that what maybe he's seeing now, looking back on it, is that with that LVS 32, he was able to size those fish up better. And where the 34 is friendlier as far as, getting on the fish and everything about the 34 is more user friendly. But I think with the LVS 32, it's easier to accurately size fish.
That's what.
Which is great for a tournament.
Which is great.
That's why Hayden's grabbing every 32 he can get his hands on back.
Yeah. I had 3 32s that last time I saw him, we were out in Arkansas, and he said something about buying them. But I think that's the really, and people were like, oh, he's catching these fish off the bottom. He can see them better on the bottom. What he was doing is he was seeing the fish he needed to catch, and not the.
Not stop. Exactly. His young guys could pick that fish up like that, and he's gone.
And he's one of the best on the trolling motor there's ever going to be or is. And
oh yeah, it's like a professional baseball player compared to this
old song. I mean, I'm right there with him.
Hey, Jess.
Oh, I mean, you close, Jess. She ran the trolling motor one day. It was bath water.
Hey, Jess is a professional rib cage cutter outer if I ain't never seen one in my life. I'll tell anybody that. I'll put my paycheck up against anybody. I ain't never seen nobody like, I'd have missing fingers as fast as she is. I ain't gonna lie. Let's see what Bill Valentine's saying. He said, I just bought a Garmin bundle, got the 1022. When I get installed, does it automatically got preset mode to the depth water? No, you don't have. Just get a hold to one of us, Bill, and we'll get you in the ballpark, man. Because all that automatic stuff's gonna mess you up, buddy.
Well, not just that, Bill. It's gonna come in. It's gonna be in down mode, and that's not gonna be what you want to use. And
man, we do it all the time. John and I on the phone all the time. Man, we'll be glad to help you. That's why we created this stuff. Get you right in the ballpark. Make sure you're in 4 mode. Make sure all your settings are set, and then you're not handicapping yourself, and you learn it with the best settings possible. So, just holler at us, man, because you don't want to. You can get some stuff on YouTube and all this stuff. I was talking to a buddy of mine today. He's got a big old fancy skeeter boat, and and he thought he'd get on YouTube and just learn it all, but that ain't the way it happens. So,
we were fishing this past weekend, and it was Sunday, I think, and I was like, Jessica, you need the net? You need the net? No, I got. She started going, and then she was going to boat flip. It couldn't wait just a second with the net. And it's probably the biggest one of the weekend. Popped him off.
Yeah.
But I said, you need the net? Oh, no.
No. She was going to come on with it. Yeah. She usually catches a big fish.
Yeah.
Y'all caught plenty of them, though. I seen that.
We did. We did, for sure. Guys, ask some questions. Whoever's on here. Somebody's got a question about something.
There's Tori asking something right there. I'm going back now. Why does a 455 show up better than a Mega?
I don't know that it does. I'm not dialed in totally on that Garmin stuff. But I tell you, the biggest thing with that Garmin side imaging is setting your screen scroll to auto.
That's right.
Instead of manually setting it, and it's gonna make all the difference in the world. I know, like, whenever me personally with a hummingbird, when I get on like a real hard bottom, I'll mess with my megahertz, just because it can blow your return out if you have the high megahertz. So I've played with that before, like say like at Neely Henry, I've run mine on 455 before and got some better results. But basically now just messing around, fun stuff around here. Most of our lakes are muddy. We run it on the higher megahertz.
Yeah. What is our standard? 855, 11? What is?
You've got the I think it's 1200, 800, and something.
Yeah, on Hummingbird.
That's on Hummingbird. I can't remember what Garmin is for side imaging, but you can, with every one of those on a Hummingbird, you can adjust your sensitivity and contrast and get a lot of it out. Each lake's gonna be different with the amount of particulate in the water as well as the top and bottom.
Yeah, John he goes down the rabbit hole, so he'll get down in there pretty. He got some pictures of his stuff. It's just like, well, even the people commenting on your double stack, sweet gum, how clear it was, They were commenting that on your page. I remember seeing that.
Yeah. Sometimes it just pays. I mean, when you're not on fish, to ride around and get good with your side down imaging.
What's Clinton asking here? Let's see. Can you run the 56 and live scope transducer off the same unit? Can you split a 126? I don't know if you can or not. Can you split one, have a live scope and side scan on at the same time? I don't know if you can or not.
Yeah, as long as it's got 2 ports on the back of it, yeah.
Okay, there you go, Clinton.
Clinton, the problem that I understand what you're asking, Clinton. The problem, like that a lot of people don't realize, is you can do that when you got 2 of the transducer ports in the back of it. But what some people want to do is that when they want to branch off to another unit, and you need like we're doing with the HDMI out, that's when you got to have the more ports in the back of the unit. So getting like the 8000 series with an HDMI in and HDMI out, as well as the 2 Ethernet ports in the back of it.
Right. Clinton's got he got a new Garmin trolling motor. I think he's getting it all. He's got all his stuff set up. So yeah, let's see. Caleb's asking me if I've been to Miller's Ferry. I went to Miller's Ferry. Was it last week? It was a little slow for me, Caleb. But I seen where Travis Hudson had a pretty good trip down there. So this past week, but they were still a little scattered, a little funny acting when I was down there. And they sucked the water out. They had 13 gates open yesterday, John. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're working on the dam or what. They had 13 gates open and 2 turbines running.
Oh, wow.
They pulled it down 3 feet, like it was August,
Well, this is like the worst time of the year for them to do that. I mean,
I don't know. It was crazy. I talked to a buddy of mine that was going below the dam, and they've been smashing them below the dam at Miller's Ferry, of course. And he said they got 13 gates. I said, well, they went them fish. They in Mobile.
I mean, I don't know why you want to suck a lake down like that when their fish are trying to spawn.
I don't know what. I don't know. They don't care.
Around trying to bed. Yeah, the last thing that the core and the.
I don't know what they were doing. He said they had 13. It's not flooded. They had 13 gates and 2 turbines running, and I was like, what in the. So we were talking about that. I was talking about that with Charles Franklin yesterday. I guarantee you, Bubba had a good time putting his boat back on the trailer if they had that much water moving. I mean, Lord have mercy. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss any questions. They're talking about putting all that brush in up there at Weiss. That they're fixing to get ready to do that here pretty soon, I think, aren't they?
I don't know. They're going to have a kids fishing day up there too in August.
Okay.
And I told them I'd come up for it as long as it didn't conflict with the one we always go to down in South Alabama.
Right. Went down at Dips.
That's when is Dippy's tournament.
I'll have to talk.
Look too. They had a tournament down there. Dippy had his first tournament this past Saturday. That I think Jason Domain won it. I think I don't know what he had, 9 something. But they were them fish run smaller down there anyway. They couldn't fish some of that down in there. He got it cut off, but I think they had a few boats in it. So that kids tournament's the one to go to. We're gonna be set up this year. We're gonna have a tent and a fan. We ain't fixing to burn up there. It was so hot last year when we went, man. Woo!
It's hot.
We were sweating. Yeah, this year we'll have, we'll be better prepared. Have our own.
No, yeah, we didn't know, and it's a big showing, man. They had like 400 something rods, guys, that people from the show donated. It was outrageous, and different people, and We'll try to have a tent and a fan set up and a generator or something out there where you can just, because man, that fan was a hot commodity standing out there by,
The food was great.
Food was awesome.
Yeah.
Man, there was all kinds of food there. That's coming up. Like I said, that'll be August for you. It'll be here before you know it. So
Shane took some kids fishing. We did.
Yeah, we had a blast. I'm looking forward to doing it again.
That's what inspired Creek's fishing.
It did.
That's exactly what fired. If y'all remember correctly, there was 2 kids that got on John's boat, and they was so fired up, and Creek didn't realize, hey, this is my parents. These kids are fired up. Hang on just a second.
I think we're going to try to take the same two again. We're going to take them for a little ride this year. We're going to try to win.
We're going to go down there. I know he's going on out there. Man.
We're not going to just fish this next time. We're going to try to win.
That's right. We're going to compete. Let's see what Mr. Bill House
we won. We won the year before last, and I didn't know how those little boys would be riding the boat. But this next year, we're going to take a little ride. We're going to try to do the deal.
Mr. Bill House said, John, I wanted just to thank you for making the initial contact with Andalusia Marine for me. Josh and Shannon were a pleasure to work with. With numerous changes on the boat order, I never once did I feel like they were less than fair. I feel like I got a great deal on the boat and accessories. The boat came in as ordered. They also were able to answer all my questions. The boat has been a real pleasure to fish out of. Again, appreciate all your time, input, and help on getting this boat.
Man, thank you, Bill.
That's a dang story there.
Yeah, it is. That kind of stuff just makes you warm.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, John's, of course, easy to work with, but then them guys are too. And, Neil was talking about it last show. He ordered his boat and got everything he wanted. And, if you're spending that kind of money, guy, and you're making that kind of investment, hey, man, deal with some good folks.
I got to tell a little funny story about Neil and his boat. So Neil got ready to order his boat, and he had a list of all the stuff he wanted. And I was talking to Josh. He's a sales manager, and he said, what we should have done with his boat is just click all the options, and he could click what he didn't want. Better off.
He as detailed as they get. And he called me. He's like, John said they can build me a custom ladder next door. So he's getting ready now, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And he's prepared now. Every time I get in my boat and find I had some Tums and a Ziploc bag underneath the thing. I had polishing rags, everything. Since he's been in my boat, I've kept stuff like that in there because you need that stuff when you go back there to clean your crafts and everything else. What's Bill saying? The fishing expo for Birmingham. I don't know. They've already had the boat show this year, I think.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one, Bill.
I will tell everybody this: if you've never been to the boat show that they have down
yacht show
in Orange Beach, if you love being on the water and you love anything to do with the boat, next year it's worth your time to go. We just Jessica and I like water stuff, and they had anything you can imagine around the water or on a boat, and you can see any type of boat you ever want to see.
Creek went on every boat they had.
Yeah,
every yacht.
Creek was checking every one you could live on out.
Hey, I was watching TikTok last night, John, before I went to sleep. This guy filled up his yacht. It was $50,000 worth of fuel.
Oh my gosh.
$50,000. I seen it at the gas pump. It said 50 grand. I don't know what size boat it was, but I was like, whoa. I mean, there's people like that in the world, but
I think when you get to that level, it's probably better to be a part-time owner than full-time.
I've seen them put 6,000-7,000 in them, when we leave Destin and stuff on those boats, when they're going to Bahamas and stuff. I've seen them. But, you really think there's 3 families on that boat and they're going on vacation. So that's about normal for that 3 or 4 couple, families going on vacation to spend that kind of money. So
Not for the farmers.
Not for the Jones over here either. My food bill gets up there, especially here lately. It's been getting up there quick. Trying to make sure I ain't missed any questions. This hour goes by so fast. I don't think I did.
Yeah, we look forward to the. I'm excited about putting the boat on every week. I mean, it's gonna be.
We can do that, John. You can kind of go over the detail of what's on it, and
it's gonna be a different boat every week.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people don't realize the options, and And, you know, when we do the CrappieKast camp, you'll be able to see John's boat, my boat, and what we have on it. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, they're spending that kind of money. They don't get to put their hands on that stuff. They're like, man, I'm just going to order it, you know, and they don't get on the boat, you know, run the brakes like they get on your boats and use the crappie brakes. They're like, oh, okay, that's what you know. I still get people every time I stop and get gas. What is that on the back of your boat? What are you doing with the trolling motors back here? You know, and you know they've been out for years. So
Yeah, that's usually the first question.
yeah, what is this?
Hey, William White, we were talking about you earlier.
Yeah, he's late. Well, good thing this thing's recorded there. We was looking forward to breakfast. We was already talking about the food.
And as we get a little closer, we'll start talking about size and people. You know, if you can bring some cold.
Yeah, we'll get the food stuff. Yeah,
some fish. Shane's got that cooker, so
I'm gonna bring the cooker.
I'll get a cookie.
It'll be ready to go. We'll cook it like we done last time. We was at Eufaula. That was we done some eating. It was fun. Just the you know the fellowship and sitting over there shooting a bull and getting to eat and you know drink a few beers and just kick back. That's worth the trip there. You get to catch fish. It's just a bonus. So hopefully the weather cooperates. We get good weather. It's not too cold, not too hot. Should be great that time of year. So
yeah, for sure. As long as we don't miss any fire. Clinton Tyson. I don't know that we can have fires.
I don't know if we'll have fire there or not. I don't think there's
any. I don't know where Clinton's staying at though.
I don't know.
If he's bringing a camper or something.
I was thinking about that popcorn that Chris had. You know that popcorn we ate.
Yeah,
the popcorn cookie sticks in the fire. That was interesting. I'm sitting here making sure we didn't miss nothing. We didn't go down too many rabbit holes tonight. So. But hey, we always say this, but the best fishing's coming up, guys, here the next couple of weeks. I mean, it's starting to settle down where John is, and here this rain will start settling down, but the water temperature's still coming up. You know, John. It was
here at the house right now, the water temperature is 78. So like if you go fish first thing in the morning and like it's a little cool still, you know, you'll bring that fish up and put him in your hand like, oh, fish is warm.
I got splashed the other day down there at Seminole, and it hit me. And I said, that water's still a little cold. But, you know, it's 68, 70 in Demopolis because of all the rain, you know. I want it to be in the 70s for sure. That's when I like it, when it gets up in the 70s and 80s. It's coming. But
yeah, I've got a rule that I don't get in the water to swim unless it's 80, sustained 80. So.
Sustained 80.
It was a little cool Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, she got in the water Sunday.
Did she? Yeah. Y'all got the sandbar cleaned out there, ready to go?
Ours is pretty much, but we went to the one up by the dam, and we had some friends up there and kind of hung out for a little bit. So
Bill Lawley's bringing his cooker, so we know how his fish is. So he's bringing his cooker.
Hell yeah!
He can throw down now. Oh
man, cook them.
Yeah, his fish was it was good. It was really good. But let's wrap this thing up, man.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. I hadn't eaten any supper.
I've already ate, John. I figured out I wasn't eating enough calories, and I've been cramming food all day. I'm tired of eating. Weird scenario. We can go down that rabbit hole later, but it was kind of odd for me. Crazy. But hey, another blessed week. Good luck to everybody fishing. Looks like we're gonna get some rain Saturday. So, you know, watch the weather. Be weather aware. You don't want no thunderstorm popping up on you. But y'all post pictures, share them with us. I'm sure John's gonna get to fish some, and hopefully, him and Craig catch some more catfish. My butt's got to work night shift tomorrow night for 9 shifts, so there won't be no fishing for this fat boy here.
Oh, y'all don't feel sorry for him, please.
I'm gonna be the safety man, and I'll turn 50 on night shift on my birthday.
Is it the 6th?
It's the 7th, so next Wednesday.
Yeah.
What's funny, I turned 21 in a steel mill right up the road here on night shift, and I'm gonna turn 50. I told my boss, he said, oh well. So anyway, I got to work night shift. Any of you guys work night shift, you up, text me. We'll talk some fish because I'll be making my rounds on the river down there. We're putting in 2 big induction pumps down at International Paper in Selma on Riverdale. So, but I'll be down there. But we'll see you next. I won't be on here next Thursday. So I just thought about that, John, when I said that. So,
I
John,
might try to recruit somebody to come on here. And we'll
yeah, get John, try to recruit somebody on there with him, and I'll be going into work. I'll probably try to watch it, guys, for sure, but I won't be able to go live. So we're gonna try to keep it going.
I'll try to be in Shallow's arm.
There you go. Yeah, Shallow come on there. Y'all can really go down the rabbit holes then. So.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, he loves it. But hey, very informative. Him and John get together. But thank you all again. Appreciate all the sponsors for CrappieKast, everybody, and y'all keep the pictures and keep attending the show. We appreciate y'all every week. So we'll see y'all next Thursday.
All right.